Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not a political pull, it's a spiritual pull. Every Sunday, we get together and we jump up and down on the web of creation. We remind ourselves that we are all intra-connected on this web. Whatever we say, whatever we do, reflects back on us. We vibrate in whatever we put out. So I pulled two cards to start off, and I got Medicine Wheel and Counsel Fire. These are from the Sacred Path deck. And so as I thought about the medicine wheel, well, I know why I pulled the medicine wheel, because every morning that is my go-to. I set my day up with walking the medicine wheel, which is the four directions and honoring Father Sky and Mother Earth. And obviously the creator and all of the power that goes along with that wheel. But the second card I pulled was Counsel Fire. And so, in dropping into the energy of Counsel Fire, I tap into the elders on the medicine wheel. And I tap into everything, all of the relations, everything that is interconnected. And I tap into all of the two-legged, the winged ones, the rock people, the tree people, the finned ones, the no-legged ones, the creepy crawl, whatever, all of it. I tap into everything. But with this card, the Counsel Fire card, it's all about meeting everybody's needs, listening to everybody's wants, desires, troubles. And so they would break people up. And this reminded me of the Ho'oponopono that we talked about in Mount Shasta with Laverne. And in this Counsel Fire, there would be different groups of people that would have their concerns, and they would voice their concerns around a fire. And there was rituals and ceremonies around this council, specific council. And there would be women's councils, there would be young councils, there would be elder councils, there would be war councils, tribunal councils. So many, many different ways to look at a certain, not issue, but time and space. And so today I wanted to look at just two. And you guys can pull your own cards on this too. What counsel, if you were to meet somebody and say, I'm having trouble with this, or I'm having success with this, and I want to share what I've learned, what I'm going through, success, trouble, whatever. And you meet with a counsel and you talk it through, and you workshop it a little bit. There was a term that was used when I was in management, and It was, I can't think of the term right now, but brainstorming, getting together with other people, working out the machinations of the path forward. So, thank you. So what I'm looking at here is the higher source, the creator source energy from this council fire. Because the top council are the elders, are the ones who have proven themselves in the community that they have the wisdom, they have the understanding, and they have the connection to all things. So I want to see what they will tell us. Then I'm looking at the contact cards because I thought, well, let's see what our space brethren and sisters want to say. That'd be Father Sky, the star beings. And this is them coming into contact with us because of the contact cards. And then I wanted to look at I think this is the Sacred Path Oracle, Sacred Earth Oracle down here. So let's just see what that has to say for us. We'll start up at the top. Maybe we should. I get confused sometimes. The Age of Light. What we are reminded of is that we have been training for this for many lifetimes. Just think of how that is. Think of our lives that we've had before this. And some people say, this is it. This is my life. This is the only one that I've had. Well, think of, if that's true, think of how you've progressed in this specific lifetime. How were you as a child, an adolescent, a young adult, an adult? Some of us never really grew up, so that's going to be challenging. For me, when I think of we've been training for this for lifetimes, I think of my lives before. Who was I before this incarnation? And it's fun. And we just imagine it. Is that really true? And we'll ask ourselves, is that really true? Well, does it feel like love and power and excitement? Or does it feel like fear? If it feels like fear and restriction, it's probably not true. It's probably your brain chit-chattering away. So, but if it feels really comfortable and joyous, I think that was a past life. Moving on. Boundaries. Ooh. Where do you need better boundaries? Wow. Okay. So in our medicine wheel path, when we talk to the Council of Fire, and we're not talking to, it's the council around a fire, to be clear. When we go into that council, what is the council reminding us of? We need to set better boundaries. We need to say, this is what I will accept, this is what I won't accept. This is how you can step into my circle and be with me. And this is how you cannot step in. So for example, in these, when we set up this council, they set up a fire. They set up a ritual of how to get into that space. It's just not all about jumping in and starting a fire. There's so much more to it. What are the boundaries that we set up? Where do we need to establish better boundaries? And the third card we get there, that the council is, the High Council is reminding us, is that we are birthing a new age. Birthing in new creations, dreaming the world into being. And so as we dream this world into being, as we vocalize our dream, and I keep getting the right card, as we write our dreams down, say it out loud, dance it. Ooh, yeah. So the council fire, the council from our higher source, from Creator Source, is reminding us we are of the age of light. We've been doing this, training for this. This is our time. We're birthing a new age. However, there does have to be some ritual. And it's asking us, what are we doing to keep ourselves protected? What are we doing to keep that ritual in our lives that takes us to the higher plane, that takes us to creator energy? At least that's what I hear. You may hear something different. And again, go with that. Write it down. See if it resonates in love with you. All right, let's move on to the contact cards. Ooh, Malbec. Wow. Destruction. Okay. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. It's like the Tower card. Kind of destroying something and then rebuilding something again. Okay, so going back to the council. We come to the council with things are being destroyed here. How do we deal with this? And we talk about it. We work it out. We analyze different paths forward. Let's see what the next path forward is. Oh, okay. War. Help. So maybe we're in the war council. We go, hey, how do we move forward? How do we maintain our boundaries and birth a new age when we are in this destruction, when we're in this fight, this big fight, this war? Okay, be good card. Battleship. Oh my gosh. This is all about conflict. Wow. Okay. Happy Sunday. We have destruction, we have war, we have conflict. Ay, 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 ay. So, yeah, we need to go to the council. Yeah, we need to set up our medicine wheel and say, look where we are. How do we move? Creator Source says that we're birthing a new age, that we are part of this new birthing. We are of the age of light. But we, in this time and space, are in destruction, war, and conflict. How do we do that? I feel it's the boundaries. Why are we letting all that in without letting more of this in? Why are we letting all the conflict and stuff in and not letting the new age in more? The age of light. Okay. All right. So obviously, I want to be a little more grounded. So let's go to, let me remember the deck, the Sacred Earth Oracle. We get Specialization. Thank you. So on this web of creation where we are all interconnected, we are all individuals as well. So we have a specialized path. And this destruction, this war, this conflict may not be our path. Maybe we are not part of the war council. Maybe we're part of the peace council, but we're allowing some of that stuff in because we don't have our right boundaries. So we have a specialization. Did we end up in the council of conflict, the council of war, or did we end up in the women's council, or did we end up in the pick an area, and that will be a council for you to go to. And then from that specialization, we go to the main council, where we can share the viewpoint of the group. It's very similar to our government, the way it should work, and our government did get this information from indigenous tribes in the U.S. The Seneca, the Shoshone, I believe. I may have that wrong. Moving forward. Heat. As we drop down into the earth, the council is reminding us of heat. And what is heat? Is it passion? Is it... sometimes heat can be too hot and destructive. Sometimes it can be what we need to get warmth. Feels like a balance, but it feels like more of passion, specializing in something that you're very passionate about. And the last card we get is potential. And what's the potential? Let me pull a clarifier on that. Okay. Listen. I always want an answer. Well, what's my potential? Shh, quiet, listen. What are you passionate about? Pick a specialization. For me, I have so many things that I work on, and maybe this time I should focus more on one thing versus all the other things that I'm doing. So, as I look at this and try to make sense of this in a sentence or two, imagine myself, and this is, for the community, for the collective. Imagine ourselves going into each specialized council, talking about what is important to us and what we need to release, what we need to embrace. And we go to that specialized council in reverence, in honor, and in respect. And the leader of that specialized council takes it up to the main council, the elders, the wise ones. And they come back and they say, because you guys are in such conflict and destruction, and you feel like it's just war, do not forget that we are of the light. We are birthing a new age. Keep our boundaries intact. And that is the cycle of movement. in the medicine wheel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of this council. I'm grateful for you, grateful for the message. Peace and love.